Hello, it is Brian once again, and we're doing it again. We're trying another Terraria speed challenge. Once again, I would like to defeat the Eye of Cthulhu on the first night. I did a number of more practice runs, and finally had another good one, or reasonably good one, that turned out, and so that's what we see going at 4 times speed here. And in the first chest, I found some useful potions. There was a night owl potion in there, as well as some healing potions. I'm still allowing myself the usual crutches. Oh, there was a blowpipe and a shine potion in there as well. So I've already gotten some decent loot out of some chests. And a wooden boomerang that was useful enough to help defend these guys. I still have 3 minutes. I still have the crutch of I can allow myself to die and respawn, or I can allow myself to save and exit in order to warp back to the spawn point, which you'll see right here. I found one of these awesome houses that had a life heart in it, and they always have gold chests which have some good loot as well. But I died right before I got in there, and so I'm going to run back over there. As I get better at this, hopefully I'll get rid of those crutches of allowing myself to die, or allowing myself to teleport back up to the surface. But if you didn't see it there, inside that gold chest was awesome, awesome stuff. I got a ruthless enchanted boomerang and a suspicious looking eye. And so at this point, technically, I have all the stuff I could want to try to fight the Eye of Cthulhu on the first night. And so I go ahead and warp back to the beginning of the world by saving and quitting the game and restarting the game. And at this point, I have some extra time because I'm kind of ahead of schedule, and so I walk across the surface of the world just to find a little bit more useful loot to see if there's anything else awesome that might be up here. But haven't found anything that's too particularly useful. And so after I search that cave and it seems like it's a dead end, I'm like, alright, where should I try to actually fight the Eye of Cthulhu? Kind of survey my inventory, I'm thinking about the surroundings, and I decide the top of the hill over here would be a good place to set up a boss arena. And I think I definitely learned a little bit last time. I've got the extra time this time, and so I'm going to spend a bit of time making a bigger, better boss arena than I did last time. Having a fair amount of width so that you can kind of run back and forth while you're fighting the Eye of Cthulhu is very valuable. And so I am going to make this one a bit wider than the previous one. And I'm also going to make sure it has kind of an exit on the bottom floor that I could get back in. Right over here, I make myself a little doorway in case I kind of fall out of the arena. But with my different, I've got a night owl potion that I just went ahead and activated, as well as a shine potion and an iron skin potion. With my various potions, I should be able to see out here, even at night, if I do happen to get away from the various lights around here. But I'm going to go ahead and finish off the arena. It's going to have 3 levels, at least partially 3 levels, that I can jump around. But I've got my potions. I spend a little bit of time here trying to organize my hotbar. I make one key mistake, which is that I still have mushrooms on the hotbar. We'll see that come into play in a moment, but I just went ahead and buffed. I'm grabbing a suspicious-looking eye. I've got my ruthless enchanted boomerang as my main weapon. But I also, in the various chests and pots, managed to find a handful of throwing knives and some grenades, which are also useful weapons for kind of later stages of the battle. The throwing knives you can throw very fast, like the shurikens, and they kind of throw in a little arc, gravity arc. And the grenades, powerful weapons but dangerous because you can hit yourself with them, and so you need to be careful. But for the beginning of the fight, I know Eye of Cthulhu's pattern at this point since I just fought him recently a couple of days ago, and so I've got a bit of a better sense of exactly how he's going to attack and how I should move back and forth to kind of avoid his various attacks. And so there were a bunch of mobs kind of gathering up, and so I tactically decided to take all of them out with one grenade, and I was very pleased with how that went. It also left a life heart there down on the bottom floor of my arena from killing one of those bad guys, and so I'll use that when I need it. And I decided to go ahead and pick it up. But at this point, we're just going to continue fighting the Eye of Cthulhu. I know I have some healing potions in my inventory, and so I'm going to be able to heal when I need to. And at this point, he's down about 2,200 hit points out of his 2,800. When he gets down halfway, when he gets down to 1,400, that's when he changes form and things become more difficult. I picked up a blowpipe, and I couldn't remember how much damage it did, and so I switched to the blowpipe really quickly there, just to kind of see. And then I'm also trying out the throwing knives, just to kind of remember how they throw, but I mostly want to save those for the second half of the battle, because when he changes, that's when I need to be able to finish him off more quickly. And so I go back to the ruthless enchanted boomerang as my main weapon of choice. And at this point, I've got... Yeah, I just got hit again, and so now I'm down into like 70s hit points. And so I went to heal, and it used the mushroom that I had on the bar, because I didn't realize I had my bar organized. So I moved the mushroom down so that the next time I hit H to heal, I will actually use one of the life potions. That'll give me 50 hit points rather than just 15 from the mushroom. But now I won't be able to heal for a while. The good news is I'm doing a good enough job dodging around, and I'm standing near the campfire.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Night in Terraria, in general in Terraria, every minute of gameplay is an hour of real time kind of in the game. And so night lasts for 9 minutes long, for 9 hours. And so we're not even halfway through the night, and so I should have plenty of time to try to complete this fight. And so that's not going to be an issue, but I had the audio timer going in the background, so I'd know just how much time was left. You can actually see the moon kind of peeking through right in the middle of the sky at the top of the screen. But now Eye of Cthulhu is changing into his second form. And as a result, I am going to change my strategy as well. I switch weapons to the throwing knives, which I can hit more quickly to do more damage. And at this point, my healing potion timer is worn off, although I'm not sure that I've noticed it yet. And so I haven't healed. There we go. I finally heal. And so I'm back up to near max life. Eye of Cthulhu, he's down to about 1,000 hit points. So we're doing reasonably well. But I need to worry about the fact that his charging attacks, I'm not doing a very good job of dodging. And so I'm taking a fair bit more damage in this section of the fight. And I still have the grenades in my inventory, and I'm pretty low on life. And so at some point in just a moment here, I'm going to decide I need to switch strategies. Let's use the grenades. Dangerous weapons, but I can deal a whole lot of damage. If I can just manage to hit him rather than me. And we're hitting him. I picked up a few more throwing knives too that I can still use to throw at him. But let's switch back to the boomerang. He's getting pretty low. He's around like 400 hit points or something. But I'm extremely low, and I still have 12 seconds before I can heal. Oh! So close. Even closer than before. This time I believe I brought him down to 374 hit points. Last time he was just over 400. I think 407 is what I left him with. But yeah, with the Ruthless Enchanted Boomerang, that was a pretty good weapon. That was a decent fight. I think with more practice I'll get a whole lot better at this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and perhaps I'll try to do more speed challenges in the future, possibly even with live commentary. Hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye.